अस्सलाम वालेकुम स्टूडेंट्स, होप यू ऑल आर फाइन। स्टूडेंट्स, आज हम बायो क्लास 11 चैप्टर नंबर 8 एक्सरसाइज शॉर्ट क्वेश्चन आंसर्स सॉल्व करेंगे। सो लेट्स स्टार्ट। फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन है हमारे पास, हाउ आर कोन्स एंड फ्लावर्स अलाइक, हाउ दे आर डिफरेंट। है कि जो कोन्स और फ्लावर्स होते हैं ये अलाइक यानी सेम कैसे हैं और ये डिफरेंट कैसे हैं। आंसर इज कोन्स एंड फ्लावर्स आर अलाइक इन दैट कि ये सिमिलर कैसे हैं, बोथ आर रिप्रोडक्टिव स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ प्लांट, both contain seed or spore, both play a crucial role in life cycle of plant. However, cones and flowers are different in appearance. First of all, they are different in appearance. Cones are typically brown, scaly and needle-like, while flowers are colorful, delicate and petal-like. Function: cones produce seed through a process called coning, while flowers produce seed through a process called flowering. Plant type: cones are found on coniferous plants like pine, spruce and fir, while flowers are found on flowering plants like roses, daisies and sunflowers. Structure: cones have scales that open to release seed, while flowers have petals that attract pollinators to facilitate seed production. In summary, while both cones and flowers are serve similar purposes in plant production, they differ significantly in appearance, function, and structure. Next question is, what is the importance of alternation of generation, pollen tube, and seed? कह रहा है कि जो अल्टरनेशन ऑफ जनरेशन है और जो पोलन ट्यूब फॉर्मेशन होती है और जो सीड है, इनकी क्या इंपॉर्टेंस है। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, अल्टरनेशन ऑफ जनरेशन, genetic diversity, alternating between diploid sporophyte and haploid gametophyte generation ensure genetic variation and adaptation. Next is life cycle completion. This process allows plants to complete their life cycle, ensuring the continuation of species. Next is importance of pollen tube. Fertilization. Pollen tube facilitates sperm transport, enabling fertilization and seed production. Reproductive success. Pollen tubes increase reproductive success by allowing for efficient sperm delivery. Next is seed dispersal. Seeds enable plant dispersal, allowing species to colonize new areas. Dormancy. Seeds can remain dormant, surviving harsh conditions and ensuring species survival. Nutrition. Seeds provide nutrients for germinating seedlings, supporting early growth. In summary, these concepts are vital for plant reproduction, genetic diversity, dispersal, and survival, ultimately ensuring the continuation and adaptation of plant species. Next question is, write three main features of bryophytes. First of all, they are non-vascular plants. Bryophytes lack true vascular tissues, xylem and phloem, which means they don't have a specialized transport system for water and nutrients. Instead, they rely on diffusion and osmosis. Next is dominant gametophyte generation. In bryophytes, the gametophyte haploid generation is dominant, meaning it's the larger and more conspicuous phase of life cycle. This is opposite to vascular plants where sporophyte diploid generation is dominant. Next is dependence on water. Bryophytes require a consistent water supply to survive as they lack roots and rely on absorption through their leaves or thallus. This limits their growth to moist environments such as forest, wetland and rocky areas. These features define the unique characteristics of bryophytes, which include mosses, liverworts and hornworts. Next is, name the land adaptation feature of bryophytes. First of all, cuticle, a thin waxy layer on leaves or thallus which helps prevent water loss. ये सबसे पहले इनके पास क्यूटिकल है जो कि क्या होती है, एक थिन वैक्सी लेयर होती है लीव्स के ऊपर जो कि वाटर लॉस से बचाती है। नेक्स्ट राइजाइड्स होते हैं इनके पास, स्मॉल हेयर लाइक स्ट्रक्चर्स विच एंकर द प्लांट टू सबस्ट्रेट एंड एड इन वाटर एब्जॉर्प्शन। इनके पास स्मॉल हेयर लाइक स्ट्रक्चर्स राइजाइड्स होते हैं जो प्लांट को एक तो एंकर करते हैं सबस्ट्रेट के साथ और दूसरा वाटर एब्जॉर्प्शन में हेल्प करते हैं। लीफ लाइक आर थैलस स्ट्रक्चर अलो फॉर गैस एक्सचेंज एंड फोटोसिंथेसिस। स्टोमेटा, Small pores on the leaves or thallus which regulate gas exchange and water loss. Spore producing structures. Adaptations for reproduction such as sporophyte that produces spores for dispersal, small size, reduce water loss and allows for more efficient gas exchange. Waxy or oily coating. Some bryophytes have waxy or oily coatings on their leaves or thallus to prevent water loss. These adaptations enable bryophytes to survive and thrive in terrestrial environment despite their primitive vascular system. Next question is, write any फोर फीचर्स ऑफ वस्कुलर प्लांट्स. जो वस्कुलर प्लांट्स होते हैं उनके कोई चार फीचर्स बताएं. तो सबसे पहले वस्कुलर टिश्यू उनके पास होता है. वस्कुलर प्लांट्स हैव स्पेशलाइज्ड टिश्यू कॉल्ड जाइलम एंड फ्लोएम दैट ट्रांसपोर्ट वाटर, न्यूट्रिएंट्स एंड शुगर थ्रू आउट प्लांट. ट्रू रूट्स होती हैं इनके पास. वस्कुलर प्लांट्स हैव ट्रू रूट्स which anchor the plant, absorb water and nutrients from soil and store food. इनके पास ट्रू रूट्स होती हैं. एक तो जो प्लांट को एंकर यानी होल्ड करके रखती हैं साइल में या सबस्ट्रेट के साथ. दूसरा वाटर और न्यूट्रिएंट्स को ऑब्जॉर्ब करती हैं साइल से और फूड को स्टोर करती हैं. लीव्स विद वेन. वस्कुलर प्लांट्स हैव लीव्स विद वेन्स दैट कंटेन वस्कुलर टिश्यू allowing for efficient transport of water and nutrients. Dominant sporophyte generation. जो वस्कुलर प्लांट्स होते हैं ना इनमें जो स्पोरोफाइट जनरेशन होती है वो डोमिनेंट होती है. इन वस्कुलर प्लांट्स द स्पोरोफाइट डिप्लर जनरेशन इज डोमिनेंट, meaning it's the larger and more conspicuous phase of life cycle. These features are characteristic of vascular plants which include trees, flowers and most other plants we see around us. Next question is, why are bryophytes called amphibious plants? Bryophytes are called amphibious plants because they grow in moist environment. Bryophytes thrive in damp or wet habitat such as forest, wetland and rocky area. Require water for reproduction. Bryophytes need water to reproduce. Sperm must swim to reach the egg for fertilization. Can't survive in dry condition. Bryophytes lack adaptation to conserve water and are sensitive to desiccation, making them unable to survive in dry environments. Live in transition zones. Bryophytes often inhabit areas between aquatic and terrestrial environment such as riverbank, lake edges or wet rock faces. The term amphibious highlights their dependence on water and their ability to thrive in environments where aquatic and terrestrial ecosystems meet. However, it's important to note that bryophytes are not truly amphibious in the classical sense as they don't live in water like aquatic plants or animals. Instead, they occupy a unique ecological niche that requires consistent moisture. Next is, give one example of whisk fern, club mosses, horsetails, and ferns. First of all, whisk fern, Silotum nudum, tropical whisk fern. Next is club moss. Example is Lycopodium clavatum. Common name is Stag's horn club moss. Next is horsetail, Equisetum urvens, field horsetail. Fern, Atherium filix femina, lady fern. These are all vascular plants which belong to ancient lineages, often referred to as primitive or early evolved plants. They have unique characteristics and play important role in ecosystem. Whisk ferns are small tropical plants with simple leaves. Club mosses have cup-shaped spore-producing structures and were once used as a source of lamp black. Horsetails have hollow stems and were once used to scrub pots and pans. Ferns have delicate, lacy fronds and are often found in shady, moist environments. Next question is, draw and label life cycle of fern. बच्चों हमने पीछे लाइफ साइकिल ऑफ फन पढ़ा था. तो ये आपने देखे लाइफ साइकिल ऑफ एडियंटम फिगर 8.10 में दिया हुआ है. तो ये आपने ड्रॉ करना है. ठीक है. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज, व्हाट इज द इंपॉर्टेंस ऑफ सीडलेस वस्कुलर प्लांट्स. Seedless vascular plants such as ferns, horsetails, club mosses play important role in ecosystem and have significant importance such as First of all, ecological roles. They provide food, shelter and habitat for various animals from insect to large vertebrates. ये फूड प्रोवाइड करते हैं, शेल्टर प्रोवाइड करते हैं बहुत सारे एनिमल्स को, इंसेक्ट्स को और वर्टिब्रेट्स को, ठीक है। साइल erosion prevention, their roots hold soil in place preventing erosion and landslide. इनकी जो रूट्स हैं वो साइल को होल्ड करके रखती हैं अपनी जगह पे, इस वजह से ये erosion और लैंडस्लाइड से बचाते हैं। Nutrient cycling, they contribute to nutrient cycling, decomposing organic matter and releasing nutrients. Evolutionary significance, they represent ancient lineages providing insight into plant evolution and diversity. Medicinal properties, some species have medicinal properties such as anti-inflammatory or antimicrobial compounds. Next is ornamental value. Many species are cultivated for their beauty, used in landscaping and floral arrangements. Next is water filtration. Some species help filter water, improving aquatic ecosystem. Food source for human. A few species like ostrich ferns are edible and consumed by humans. These seedless vascular plants may seem primitive, but they have adapted to their environment and play a vital role in maintaining ecosystem balance and diversity. Next is write botanical name and families of following plants: rice, potato and sugarcane. अच्छा, हमें ना तीन प्लांट्स दिए हुए हैं, राइस दिया हुआ है, पोटैटो दिया हुआ है और शुगर कैन। कह रहा है एक तो आपने इनका बोटेनिकल या साइंटिफिक नेम लिखना है, साथ में इनकी फैमिली भी बतानी है कि कौन सी फैमिली से बिलोंग करते हैं। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल राइस, इसका जो बोटेनिकल नेम होता है वो राइजा सेटिवा होता है और ये बिलोंग करता है फैमिली पोएसी, जिसका कॉमन नेम था ग्रास फैमिली, उससे बिलोंग करता है, ठीक है। नेक्स्ट है पोटैटो, इसका बोटेनिकल नेम है सोलेनम ट्यूबरोसम और ये बिलोंग करता है फैमिली सोलिनेसी से, ठीक है। और इसका कॉमन नेम होता है नाइट शेड फैमिली, ठीक है। नेक्स्ट इज शुगर केन, इसका जो बोटेनिकल नेम होता है वो होता है हमारे पास सैक्रम ऑफिशिनेरम और ये बिलोंग करता है फैमिली पोएसी ग्रास फैमिली से, ठीक है। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज राइट एनी फोर यूजेस ऑफ ब्रायोफाइट्स एंड जिम्नोस्पर्म्स। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल ब्रायोफाइट्स which include mosses, liverworts and hornworts. Their uses are: first is insulation and peat formation. Bryophytes can be used as insulation material, and when they decay they form peat which can be used as fuel. Soil erosion prevention, bryophytes help hold soil in place preventing erosion and landslide. Air and water purification, bryophytes absorb pollutants and heavy metals from air and water helping to purify them. Ornamental and horticultural uses, bryophytes are used in decorative arrangement, terrariums and as a ground cover in gardens. Next is gymnosperms, which include conifers, cycads and ginkgos. Their uses are: first one is timber and wood products. Gymnosperms are a primary source of timber, paper and other wood products. Next is pulp and paper production. Gymnosperm wood is used to produce pulp, paper and cardboard. Next is food and spices. Some gymnosperms like pine nuts and juniper berries are edible and used as food or spices. Next is medicinal and aromatic uses. Gymnosperms such as pine and fir have medicinal properties and are used in aromatherapy. Next is define angiosperms, inflorescence and alternation of generation. First of all, we see angiosperms. Angiosperms are a group of plants which produce flowers and have seed enclosed within fruit or ovary. They are the most diverse and widespread group of plants, including trees, shrubs, herbs, and vines. Angiosperms are characterized by flowers with petals, sepals, stamens, and pistils. Seed enclosed within a fruit or ovary. Endosperm, a nutrient-rich tissue surrounding the embryo. Next is inflorescence. An inflorescence is the flowering part of a plant consisting of a cluster or arrangement of flowers on a stem. It can be simple or complex depending on the arrangement of flowers and branching patterns. Inflorescence can be racemose, branched like a grapevine. अच्छा, जो इन्फ्लोरेसेंस है वो डिफरेंट टाइप्स की हो सकती है, लाइक रेसिमोस हो सकती है जो ब्रांच होती है, साइमोस विच इज अनब्रांच्ड लाइक अ लिलिक, अम्बलेट अम्ब्रेला लाइक अ कैरेट, कैपिटेट हेड लाइक अ सनफ्लावर. नेक्स्ट इज अल्टरनेशन ऑफ जनरेशन. Alternation of generation is a life cycle characteristic of plants where two distinct generations alternate. First of all, sporophyte generation, which is diploid 2n, produces spore through meiosis, typically dominant generation. Gametophyte generation, haploid, produce gametes through mitosis, typically smaller or less species generation. In angiosperms, the sporophyte generation is dominant, while in mosses and liverworts, the gametophyte generation is dominant. This alternation allows for genetic diversity and adaptation in plant populations. Next question is, what is the advantage of seed? Seed have several advantages which have contributed to success of seed producing plants spermatophytes. First one is dispersal. Seeds can disperse away from the parent plant, allowing colonization of new areas and reducing competition. Protection. Seeds have a hard outer coat protecting the embryo from damage, pathogens, and predator. Dormancy. Seeds can enter dormancy surviving unfavorable conditions like extreme temperature, drought, or lack of light. Nutrient supply. Seeds contain stored nutrient endosperm supporting the developing plant until it becomes self-sufficient. Evolutionary adaptation. Seeds allow for genetic variation and adaptation to changing environments through recombination during reproduction. Next is efficient reproduction. Seeds enable plants to reproduce efficiently as a single plant can produce many seeds, increasing the chances of successful reproduction. Specialization. Seeds have evolved specialized structures like wings or hooks for dispersal by wind, water, or animals. These advantages have contributed to diversity and success of seed producing plants which dominate many ecosystems. Next question is, what do monocards and dicards have in common and how they differ? ये जो मोनोकार्स और डाइकार्स हैं उनमें कॉमन क्या है और वो डिफर कैसे करते हैं कॉमनैलिटीज और सिमिलैरिटीज monocards and dicards share many characteristics including both are angiosperms flowering plants produce seeds enclosed in fruit or ovary have true leaf stem and root conduct water and nutrient through vascular tissue xylem and phloem undergo photosynthesis differences. First one is number of cotyledons. Seed leaves, monocards have one cotyledon, while dicards have two cotyledons. Leaf venation. Monocards have parallel veins, while dicards have net-like or reticulate veins. Stem vascular tissue arrangement. Monocards have scattered vascular bundles, while dicards have ring-like arrangement of vascular bundle. Root system. Monocards have fibrous roots, while dicards have taproot. Flower structure. Monocards flowers often have three or multiples of three petals, while dicards have flowers often with four or five petals. Growth patterns. Monocards typically herbaceous with indeterminate growth. Dicards can be herbaceous or woody with determinate or indeterminate growth. These differences reflect distinct evolutionary paths, but both monocards and dicards are adapted to various environments and play a vital role in ecosystem. Next question is, give three reasons to justify that the following plant is a monocot. कह रहा है कि तीन रीजंस बताएं कि ये जो प्लांट हमें दिया जो फिगर दी हुई है कि ये एक मोनोकाट है. ये देखिए बेसिक इलस्ट्रेशन ऑफ अ ग्रास प्लांट. तो बच्चों जो तीन रीजंस है वो ये है. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल वन कार्टिलिडन सीड लीफ. grasses have a single seed leaf which is a characteristic of monocot. Parallel leafination. Grasses have parallel veins which run lengthwise along the leaf plate. Another key characteristic of monocots. Fibrous root system. Grasses have a fibrous root system consisting of many small roots that branch out in all directions typical of monocots. These three characteristics confirm that a grass plant is indeed a monocot. So students, हमारे short questions complete हो चुके हैं. Hopefully आपको समझ आ गए होंगे. If you have any doubt, you can ask in comment section. Please like, share and subscribe my YouTube channel. Thank you.